appeal there from Cathay Pacific. Now that planes are flying again, what do you do about all the people who haven't been able to get on a plane and people who have existing reservations? If you're waiting, there may be a way to shorten your time. Let's bring in an expert to help us out here. We've got Brett Snyder. He runs the websites Cranky Flyer and CrankyConcierge.com, and he joins us now from California. I think there's a few Cranky Flyers out there right now, huh?
There definitely are. It's a tough time for everyone right now.
It's horrible. Okay, so there's a huge backlog. What do the airlines need to do to cope with this?
Well, they'll do whatever they can. You know, once the airspace opens up here, which it sounds like it's opening now, hopefully it stays that way and the volcano decides to cooperate. But once it's open, they'll try and use larger airplanes if they can to help get people out, more people out on each flight. And if they can add flights, they'll do that as well, depending on availability of aircraft and crews.
So, Britt, how does it work, though? Like, does a current ticket holder have any priority in a situation like this?
Yeah, so if you're holding a reservation, if you're holding a ticket on a flight, that's your seat. You've got that. And then if your flight was canceled, say yesterday or a couple days ago, you have to find an available seat to take. Now, hopefully some people are sitting there at home saying, wow, I really don't want to go on this trip right now. This is a mess. And, you know, that combined with using more aircraft, larger aircraft and more flights, hopefully will help get some more seats into the system and reaccommodate all these people.
Yeah, people may just either voluntarily or just decide it's not worth traveling right now. But let's say you're one of these people stranded in an airport right now. You've got a ticket. You know that flights are moving. You're trying to get yourself on a plane. What's the best advice you can give?
Well, so we've actually been helping quite a few of those people at Cranky Concierge, and really the best thing that we say, if you can find a seat, if you can, you know, even if it's out of your way, and we've seen some pretty interesting routings, just buy it, because if your flight was canceled, you'll be able to get a refund.
So if you can get on it, buy it and get on it. You mentioned you're helping people reroute. How complicated is that getting? I mean, what's the craziest rerouting you've helped somebody with in the last day or so?
We've had some interesting ones. There was one person I actually tried to have take 3 trains and then go through the Azores. He didn't take that, but the complicated one is actually someone going to compete in the Theater on Ice World Championships in Toulouse. And they're going LA to Tel Aviv, back to Madrid, taking an overnight train to Barcelona, and then driving to Toulouse.
Oh my gosh. LA to Tel Aviv to Madrid and then overland. That's crazy. Okay, so are airlines offering any incentives, I'm wondering? I mean, we just heard Cathay Pacific sort of saying, you know, we really appeal to passengers. If you don't have to travel, don't give up your seat. But what about those incentives they sometimes offer? You know, if you give it up, we'll give you something free.
Sure. Well, you know, if a flight is oversold, which that's potentially going to happen in some cases, then obviously they'll offer incentives to people to try and get them to volunteer their seat. Other than that, I'd say that the biggest incentive that they're really doing right now is they're offering free changes for flights in the next few days, almost across the board, not every airline, and they all have different policies, so you want to certainly check with your airline. But you can make a change, there's no penalty, they'll just change it. So if you don't have to travel now, they won't penalize you. In fact, they would love it if you would change it to go a little bit later.
Yeah. All right. Brett Snyder, helping travelers be a little less cranky in this time. Thanks for sharing your tips with us. Appreciate it, Brett.